What's going on, y'all? So listen.
Girl, it's a mess going down. Okay, listen, I couldn't even wait till next week. But the other day, well, since today is now technically Saturday, I think it was Thursday. Okay, and I looked on my timeline. Mind you, I don't even follow Chika or whatever because I try to make it so that I'm not following so many people, and at this point that For You tab that's on Twitter, baby, it'll have so many people on your timeline that you ain't ever followed in the first place. So what's the point? Okay, you're gonna see their tweets anyway. And I was just wondering why people was, talking about her like, that's disgusting what you said and all this stuff. And that's so messed up. And then to hide behind mental illness or whatever to, excuse what you said. I'm sitting here like, what's going on? Now, if y'all don't know who Chika is, she's a rapper. And, she's a dark-skinned, kind of heavy-set, chunky rapper, woman. And, she's part of the LGBT. She has some controversies about her in the past. But, most of it was from, it could have been some big controversies, but I know at one point she did attempt to unalive herself. Also, the Barbs came and really went in on her at one point because she was talking out against Nikki during that whole situation between Nikki and Lotto. I remember people was coming at her because, people that were being fat phobic. People were being fat phobic towards her because of the fact that, she had got a Calvin Klein, deal, and she was on the billboards in her Calvin Kleins, all right, the underwear. And of course, people was coming at her because of her size, the same way that they was coming at Lizzo. And let me pause for a second. I'm so sick and tired of people coming at Lizzo. I'm so sick and tired of people coming at Lizzo and talking about her weight. The only thing that y'all can talk about, and then when y'all come at that lady, it's not because she's a vile person, a disgusting human being with a nasty energy about her, and she's done just so nasty things to people or whatever. No, it's literally because she's a fat black woman. That's just what it is. And I just don't understand the hatred that she gets and the fact that y'all want to bring her down so bad that the only thing that y'all can do is try to get at her because of her weight. And again, I tell you this. When y'all try to do that and y'all try to be so freaking fat phobic and y'all try to make fun of fat people, baby, we already know we fat. And a lot of us, we've been that most of our lives. Some of us have tried to lose weight. Some of us go through some things. And there are many reasons why people have weight gains and can't lose weight, medical issues, personal issues, things of that such. And you to call somebody fat and to talk about quit hiding behind body positivity and like you're championing for people to be fat. Ain't nobody out here championing for people to be fat. People championing for people to be healthy. And if you want somebody to be healthy or whatever, you can say that in a whole totally different way that is so not disrespectful and trying to put down somebody just because you're a nasty person yourself and then try to make it seem like you're actually caring about somebody. You don't give a damn. You try to boost yourself up by bringing somebody else down. Okay, at the end of the day, I would rather be cool with that fat bitch that you calling fat than your ass because I see how nasty of a person that you really are. Okay, because you're judgmental as hell. And there's something more deeply wrong with you than that fat bitch that you're talking about. All right, because at the end of the day, they can lose that weight. They can lose that weight. But can't you lose the nastiness about yourself? You're going to have to do some more internal, like you want to talk about us being fat as shit, but baby, your soul is dirty. Your soul is dying. Your soul is just disgusting. Because if you got to just continually talk and take aim at this person because of their weight, that's some bullshit. That's just trifling as hell. Bitch, we wake up, we know we fat. And then when it comes to Lizzo, Lizzo ain't done shit but play her fucking music. And Mama is on concert right now. Mama is on a fucking tour that she's been on for a while. Night after night after night after night. Getting on the stage, running around, jumping around, dancing around, playing the flute, singing all at the same time. And y'all want to still attack her and just make her a target each and every time and come for her weight. For what? A lot of the shit that she does A lot of you skinny bitches or so-called in-shape bitches that ain't fat or whatever, and no shade to the ones, I ain't trying to be rude to the ones that ain't doing this. I'm talking about the ones that want to be fat phobic. Y'all can't even do half of the stuff that she do every day. And then the lady said that she's vegan, and I know that for a fact because she be on TikTok and all that with nothing but vegan food. She said she hasn't eaten fast food in years and all that stuff. And people still, well, how you vegan and you this big and all that stuff. Veganism does not mean that you're gonna be skinny, okay? Because a lot of things that they can substitute, you know, for actual meat and actual dairy products and other stuff that's going on that they're substituting for, they're high in proteins, they're high in calories and all that stuff. So yeah, they can cause you to be still, you can still gain weight being a vegan. You can still be overweight being a vegan. That does not mean that you're going to lose weight. That just means you're not putting certain things in your body. You still have to do other things to try to lose weight as well. And then sometimes it's harder for people to lose weight. Most women, a lot of women these days are dealing with something called PCOS, which really makes it hard for people, for women to lose weight. You know what I'm saying? I have PCOS. My sister has PCOS. And she just now got onto a regimen that's helping her, you know, do her thing or whatever. Same with me. Okay? That's why my shit fluctuate and all that stuff. So it's just like, leave that lady alone. That lady don't do shit. Do it make you feel good? Do it make you feel good? And see, you know what? The reason why I brought that up is because the hate, and I hate to say this. I really hate to say this. The hate that she gets, it's like, girl, I just don't understand it. But then the hate that Chika get in the beginning, I didn't understand it. Okay, because again, it was just because she was fat and black. She was a dark-skinned black woman. That's what I feel like it was at first. But now, now it's because you are such a nasty person. And I'm so mad because I actually like Chika. I actually like lyrically, she was that girl. Like she was, you know, she can give you she's very underrated, okay? Like she is a good rapper. She's a good lyricist, you know what I'm saying? And she's so talented. But something in her is just not all the way there, and I don't know, because this is not the first time that she done talked about somebody's kids, okay? And I'm not here for talking about, like, if you're gonna talk about somebody's kids, do that in a group chat, okay? Do that, talk to yourself about them kids in your home. Do not put that shit on the internet, because people do not, as much as people say don't talk about kids, they probably talk about kids in the privacy of their home, but they not gonna put that shit on the internet, okay? And so that because they know people gonna fling their ass for it, they gonna get dragged for it or whatever. But no, she talked about somebody's kids and all that stuff or whatever, and now she did it again. Okay, and I'm just sitting here like, girl, what is going on? And it's one thing because we literally just got through the whole situation with the guy who went off on the plane as it was flying in midair because the baby just kept on crying and crying and crying. Did that motherfucker pay to cry all day? It was funny. It was funny, but it was 100% wrong because at the end of the day, if that mama was trying to make the baby be quiet and the baby just would not be quiet, what else is she supposed to do if she's doing all that she can? Because we don't know if the baby was just crying just to be crying and the mama wasn't doing anything. We don't know, okay? And for you to just get up in your... Understandably, it's okay to be frustrated by hearing a crying baby, okay? Especially if you're tired, you know what I'm saying? If you're trying to focus or whatever and you can't sleep, you can't focus because you hear this crying baby. Okay, understandably, you know, it's understandable. But to go off the way that man did, and it does nothing but make you look stupid, make you look insensitive because you don't know what's going on with that woman and her child. You don't know if the child is sick. You don't know if the child was having some issues with the pressure, you know, being that it was a young baby or whatever. And so therefore the pressure could be up in the ears and all that. So you don't know what was going on. And so for you to snap off on a mother and a child, it's just like, it's never a good look, especially when you're on a plane and there's nothing that you can do about it if the mom is not trying to calm the baby down. Now, if they just sitting there letting the baby cry, okay, but still, you know, be mad at the mama. Don't be mad at the baby. Now, see, this part is what got me, though. Chika got on Twitter a couple of days ago, and she basically did a whole rant. And she was on a red-eye flight to wherever she was on a red-eye flight to. And she just went off. And I was like, why is people going off on her? Because she went on a Twitter rant about how these motherfucking bastard of kids just up here crying so fucking much, and why the fuck would you bring, and fuck the baby, fuck the mama, why would you bring these badass kids or these crying ass kids on a fucking red eye flight at 1 in the morning, knowing damn well they ain't finna go to bed now, and they crying because it's past their bedtime and all this shit, and fuck this. It was just so nasty. She basically said fuck the babies and fuck the mama, okay? And I mean, it was just, oh, I wish somebody had them, because she deleted her tweets. I should have took a screenshot because I did want to talk about it. Let me see if I can. Chika. Anyway, I found it. Let me see. Chika Twitter rant. Oh, damn. Okay. She said, the lady next to me who thought it would be a good idea to buy yourself and your twin infants first class seats on a red-eye flight, who just woke me up by bringing your screaming bastard to our seats to soothe her. I just brought $34 Wi-Fi at 4 o'clock in the morning to call you a stupid bitch on Twitter. P.S. I hate you, and I hope you get a paper cut between each finger tomorrow, you senseless wench. Like, you literally mentally delayed. What makes you think a 1-year-old will shut their bitch ass up on a 7-hour flight that takes off at 1 fucking a.m.? You already had them up past bedtime. I don't care the circumstances. Take your ass to economy at least. I'm so pissed off right now. I already had trouble falling asleep, and as soon as I do, you bring your the consequences of your sexual promiscuity into my life. I got noise cancellation on, and I still woke up. Fuck you, hoe. Choke. What? What the fuck is going on? I said, oh my goodness. Now, it's one thing to just tweet out and to be like, you know what? I am on a flight. It is early in the morning, and there is somebody who got their baby that's just crying their head off. And I'm trying to go to sleep. This is going to be a long flight. That's all you needed to say, okay? But to go on and to call the baby a bastard, to call the baby a consequence of your promiscuity, basically trying to say that the mama is a hoe. I said, what the fuck is going on? And then telling the mama and them to choke. I said, oh wow, the entitlement, the vitriol is just unbefitting. And it's just like, where is this coming from? You don't know these people, and you mean to tell me like you the only one that feel that way, but you feel like it was okay for you to put this out on Twitter, and you thought that you was gonna get away with it? You thought people was gonna be on your side with it? No, girl, because that was a little bit too, no, that was a lot of bitch too much. Like, and then what made it worse is the fact that she was doubling down on it and trying to say, I don't give a fuck what people say about it and all this shit, woo, woo, woo. And then want to hide behind the fact that, you know, she claims that she was going through a mental episode or a manic episode or whatever. Let me tell you something. I just don't like the fact that people like to use mental illness. I love the fact that people are being more aware of mental illnesses. You know what I'm saying? Being more aware of their mental health and all of that. But what I do not like is when people use the excuse of having a mental illness as a reason to be a nasty person. Two things can be true at the same time. You can have a mental illness and not be mentally there all the same, but you can also be a nasty person just because you're a nasty person. And bitch, that was fucking nasty. And you know what? It really pisses me off when these artists or these people do this. And I'm not even gonna say artists, I'm gonna say people in general. Because regular folks that I be following, I be liking, you know what I'm saying, supporting or whatever, and then y'all do something fucked up, and then I be like, I can't even fuck with you. And I really fucked with you. You know what I'm saying? You know, and I gotta get out of that mode. Like, I be wanting to support people based off of certain things. I feel like a lot of us do that, you know. And with me, when I see a big girl, you know what I'm saying, or a big person just trying to succeed in whatever industry that they're in, and they look like they're a decent person, and I see them and they acting like decent people or whatever, and they putting out good stuff or whatever, I want to support automatically because of that. Because we don't get that much support. People look down on us. People want to make fun of us. People want us to be insecure about our weight and all that stuff. So that's one thing. And then you're a dark-skinned girl. I know I can't tell you how that feels to be dark-skinned and then to have people be talking about you negatively because of your dark skin. I can't tell you how that feels because I never experienced that. But I see how that make people feel, and I can understand and empathize with you and with people who have to go through that, because I feel like that is 100% fucked up, okay? To talk about somebody because of the hue of their skin. Something that they were born with. They had no control over. And they're still just as beautiful as the next person. And you shouldn't be looked down upon because of that. You know, I've seen that. I've seen that. So I want to support, because not only do you have that, and you also talented, and you putting out good shit, and I want to see you blow up. But then you do something like this more than once. You gotta Google her, and literally you could just Google Chika Twitter rants, okay? And you can just put it in there. And again, I understand the issue of mental health and the mental illnesses, and, you know, going through manic depressions and, you know, having manic episodes or whatever. But you mean to tell me each and every time that you go through these little rants or whatever, that you going through a manic episode, you want to blame it on that? People gonna get tired of saying, you know, you using that as an excuse. You covering up your tracks after you double down, you know, and you literally said within those tweets, when you was replying back to people that was calling your ass out about it, that basically that happened when you was going through a little a manic episode or whatever, you know. But were you going through that same episode or another episode when you was doubling down on it afterwards, when you was telling us that you was going through it? Like, it's just not a good look, mama. You, and she makes me mad at this point. Not that I'm like angry, but it just pisses me off, because you have people, who are out here who are trying to get somewhere in the space where you once were. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of opportunities that was coming for you. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if those things are still on the market or whatever. But you had people that was in your corner. You had deals. You had a lot of stuff coming, you know. And it's a lot of artists that are striving and they're starving, and they will do anything and willing to just be in the spotlight that you had at one point, or that you were aiming or about to get into. And then you have that opportunity, but yet you freaking squander it. You freaking do something like this, okay? Like, it really don't. It don't take much to knock your ass down. And I know it could be some people that be like, you know, that's a little bit like this. It ain't that really much. You know, y'all doing too much. It is, because this is not the first time she did something like this. This is a pure case of getting in your own way, self-sabotage. And I done seen many artists and many people in the industry, regular folks, that do a lot of self-sabotaging, okay? Hell, I was at one point cool with one, you know, and y'all already know that, you know what I'm saying? And they don't like to hear the truth. And then you want to say, oh, I don't want to be on this godforsaken app. You the one, and then it was the intention behind it. When she said, this is what got me, she said she spent $34 on the airplane Wi-Fi just to do this rant on Twitter. So you wasted money just to go in on a mother and a child because the child was crying as a baby should. Baby, and that's not what really made me come to the camera at this point. So I just got through doing a video about something else, right? I just so happened to look at my open up Twitter, and the first tweet on my timeline is a video of two kids, two little girls, look like they could be possibly 1 year old or in a couple of months or something like that, but they're definitely one. And they're on a flight, first class, with their headphones plugged into the TV behind the headrest. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, oh, okay, who is this? Who is this, right? And it was Zonnique. And you want to know what Zonnique said? Zonnique said, wait, I'm in tears. Not Chika Boo was mad my child was cut up in the first class. You should have just sat there and been mad, babe. The sky priority. She's sky priority as fuck. And then at first I was like, is she joking? Is she joking or whatever? Because, you know, we do got the video. They are in first class. It do look like it could be late out there or whatever. But they look behaved at this point. You know, they looking at their TV, the whatever movie or whatever they're looking at, little cartoons on the TV or whatever. And I'm like, is this real? And then she goes in the next tweet and she asks Chika. I said, bitch, what? Mind you, she said the lady and her kids. I said, oh, and I said, not T.I. and Tiny daughter. Mind you, I seen this tweet at 11:45 this yesterday, okay? Because it's Saturday now. I seen this tweet at 11:45 p.m. Friday night. And when I saw it, it had already been up for an hour. So that probably was tweeted out at 10 o'clock or what. I said, bitch, are you serious? Now, I really hope they don't go that hard on that girl. But, you know, actions have fucking consequences, okay? You cannot be out here just doing certain stuff. And the only reason why it got so big because everybody was on one accord. The whole internet was on one accord. Like, why would it? And again, it's not the fact that you said a baby was on the plane being loud and stuff and crying and you can't go to sleep. It was how hard she went, the name calling, like she was about to beat the baby ass and the mama. Like, that was just a little bit too much, okay? And you just gotta be careful. You can't just be going around. There are certain things, and this is one thing also. Let this be a lesson. We don't have to tweet everything that we think, okay? Now with me, I tweet a lot. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I stay on social media a lot because, you know, I just like to play on social media. For the most part, you know, I tweet some things that's probably on my mind or whatever. I tweet about a show. I tweet about old stuff, whatever. I tweet about music, movies, all of that stuff. I just tweet about a wide variety of things. And then most of the time I'm just cracking jokes or whatever. I just like to be funny. And that's Twitter especially is a way for me to release. You know what I'm saying? And I don't feel judged or anything like that. So I can just say whatever I want to say. But I know certain things that I don't want to say and I shouldn't say. I said, ain't no way in hell I'm finna get on Twitter and start talking about somebody's kid, okay? Because I don't want that shit to come back on me. You know what I'm saying? I just don't. If a person didn't deserve to be snapped off on, I'm not gonna talk about them. You know what I'm saying? And 9 out of 10, I don't care. So therefore, it's not gonna be that deep for me to go off on something like that. You don't have to put everything that you think on Twitter, on social media, and then you be the subject of, you know, going viral for the wrong reasons. And I'm just sitting here like, what? And if that's really true that was Zonnique, girl. At the end of the day, Chika, I just want you to take a break. I don't know what's been going on. I don't know if I'm pretty sure your mental health is not really all the way stable. And if you already know that that's the case, you need to just go ahead and delete Twitter app as it is. And you literally Just delete the social media until you get into a better place. Okay, until you get the help you need, because the way that you're going, you're gonna fuck it up for yourself. And you're gonna fuck it up for the people that's probably depending on you as well, or who's supporting you that you know personally, who were rooting so hard for you. You know, you can't keep going on these rants and being this nasty person. You're gonna turn your fan base off. Your fans and the supporters that you have are the ones that's going to be buying your stuff and rooting for you and pushing you up to get to the heights that you need to get to, and you're basically pushing them away by being this type of person. Baby, get you some help, okay? I know it's easier said than done, but at this point in time, I feel like you got a better chance and a more easier access and more, affordable way to get it than a lot of us who can't get it as readily. Get yourself some help, mama. Bitch, I really hope T.I. and Tiny... oh. Oh. Tiny did see it. Hold the fuck up. She said, yeah, she talking about my motherfucking grandbaby, talking like she wasn't supposed to be in first class or something. The fuck? Girl, she said that on somebody's Instagram. This is a mess. Oh my God, please, please, please. I don't want no mess to happen. I don't want... And I'm only laughing because I can't believe this shit. I just can't believe. Of all people, bitch, who would have thought that you would... Girl, that goes to show. If y'all would have got on a plane with somebody like Zonnique, which y'all would have known who Zonnique was, honestly, I wouldn't have been looking. And if I would have just saw a woman with their kids or whatever, I just would have minded my business. So I wouldn't even know. I guess I can give Chika that. But at the same time, bitch, and not saying that people don't know who Zonnique is, but a lot of people probably don't. But at the same time, if you on the flight and you was trying to go to sleep, you probably wouldn't even know what the person looked like. This is so funny. This is hilarious. Girl, Chika, you in danger, girl. What y'all think about this situation? Baby, I'm pretty sure more gonna come out. More gonna come out in the morning. Too bad I'm probably gonna be knocked out through it, but y'all tell me. Talk to me. I'll see y'all later. Peace.